All right. So we are back. Oh my God. So next week will be our end of the year last meeting next week. It's going to be really our kind of a end of year celebration, wins, reflections. It's going to be really open up to conversation. Tonight we're going to talk about how to create your virtual summit. We're going to get into that. All of you should have gotten the worksheet in the group, in the Facebook group. If not, you can grab it. But we're going to talk about creating a virtual summit. And I know that before we do that, let's discuss our wins, what's going on. What do you have going on? Anything new since last week you want to share? Any client wins or anything that you want to share here?
My books, I got my shipment of all of my books that came in. So I have a ton of books
I
that I
saw
have to
that.
mail out. I think I all of them, like all 50 of them have been purchased, which is really cool.
Good.
Um, and I'm gonna mail those out, or I have been. I did one shipment. I'm gonna do another shipment in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm signing them and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. But that's a win, just taking care of those orders, and my books came in safe and sound, even though we thought one box was lost.
Oh no.
But
Okay.
it came in. I'm so grateful for that.
Good.
Uh, so all is good.
Good. Okay. Awesome. How about you, Tanisha and Kathy?
Oh, when well, I got a client. I may possibly have another client. Um, Somebody that I worked with before. She referred somebody to me,
Good.
but you know how you do the Facebook thing where you find somebody and you put all three of us in a Facebook chat together, and she
Yes.
connected
Yes.
us, and then she got out, but the person hasn't responded back yet. So I added them as a friend, and I sent a follow up message, hoping they'll say something. I guess I
Okay.
did. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that all I can do at this point?
So, all right. So let me understand this. This person has expressed an interest in working with you.
No, their cousin has referred them to me. I
Oh,
haven't had a conversation with
oh,
them yet.
got
They did that Facebook chat. Hey, Tanisha, meet this is so and so, my cousin. They're
it. Okay.
interested in writing a book, and then they left the chat, and it's just us in there.
Okay. So where are you right now in the conversation with her? Have you scheduled a call with her yet? Did you?
No, she hasn't responded yet. The
Oh, you
cousin left the
said
chat.
she left the chat, or was it your cousin that left the chat?
The cousin left the chat,
Okay.
and me and the prospective client are still in there, but the prospective client hasn't said anything or responded. So I reached out and I went to their inbox and I just created a message between me and that person and said,
Good.
hey, I'm just checking in, how are you? And then I sent them a friend request too.
Good.
I think that's perfect.
I think
Okay.
that's good. You sent her a friend request. You responded in the chat with her and say, thank you so much. I look forward to connecting with you. Do you have some time to connect this week? I would love to get on a call to learn more about your journey here. I mean, like, get on a call with her.
Okay.
Yeah, she has to respond, kind of, for her to
I
do
know.
anything.
I know. So you reached out to her, she hasn't responded, so give it a couple days.
Okay.
Like, don't just like you just when did you send her the message?
This morning.
Oh, okay. So you sent it this morning. So don't send her another one. Today's Tuesday, so Thursday, send her a message and just say, I'm checking in with you. Would love to get on a call with you. What's your schedule look like to get on a call, on a 15-minute, 30-minute call, you know? Um,
Okay.
what you could also do, um, the person that referred her to you, she's your cousin, relative?
Yes, she's the cousin of the
Okay.
prospective client.
Oh, she's the cousin of the potential client. Okay. But she referred you to this person. So what I would do
Yes.
is I would reach out to the person who referred her to you and ask her what um what interested you to refer her to me, like what do you know about her? Like try to find out what she knows about her before you get on a call. If you know if she knows more about her so that you have some information.
Okay.
Just to kind of get to know a little bit about the person that could be your potential client before you actually get on a call. Hi, Steph.
Okay. Thank you. Great idea.
All
Hey,
right. Hello, Steph. How are you?
I'm okay. I can't really talk a lot, so I'll be here more to listen tonight.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Oh, that's good. And hope everything is good with going on with you because I know you got a lot of stuff going on. Um, all right, so we're just sharing our wins. I know, Steph. Steph has got a lot on her plate dealing with. So um, I don't know if she has any wins to share. If you have any wins, Steph, you could share them in the chat. All right. All right, Kathy, what about you?
I found my
Yeah.
son.
Found your son. That's a win.
Yeah, there
Okay.
he
And
is.
all
There
right,
he
good.
is.
Good to see
Okay.
you.
So my big well, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm super excited about it
Uh-huh.
that I'm submitting my TED Talk this Friday. I
Yes.
emailed with the curator from Stanford TED Talk. She's the basically the lady that's in charge of the whole group. She emailed me back,
Okay.
and I'm going to meet with my I have a TED Talk coach tomorrow. No, Thursday, and I'm just doing content, and I'm getting lots of people. I'm doing more content, which I'm excited about. That the content is converting. So I've got people that are commenting on Instagram. So I'm getting more followers. I put some stuff up on just some generic stuff, reels, nothing really big and
Uh-huh.
earth shattering. And I put it on before I went to bed, and then like within when I got up, 6 hours later, 200 people have already seen it. So that's just
Wow.
more confirmation that I need to be doing real reels. Yeah.
Yes. I know. I've been looking at my professional dashboard on my Facebook and then on my Instagram, and I'm getting a lot of views. I'm getting a lot of interaction,
Yeah.
engagement, which
I
is
get a
good.
lot more, right? More is on Instagram than on Facebook right now.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
noticing. Yeah.
But you're
But
doing the work. I've been seeing your
I'm
activity.
still looking at it. Yep. Thanks. So I'm just excited about doing my talk, submitting my application, and I've been
Good.
practicing it in the bathroom and stuff like that.
Awesome. 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 And Steph shared her win about going with Go High Level, which is great that she started. I also had a conversation with Nikki yesterday, and we were talking, and I'm going to be going with her too. So I'm going to be actually starting finally, and she already sent me the payment links, and we had a great conversation about the inner circle, and she gave me some great ideas, which is great. So it's always good to connect with the other leaders and get feedback. All right, Steph, it's good to see you on camera. Okay. Yes, I'm sending you hugs. I get to see you on Thursday. You'll have to fill me in on everything because we got a lot of shit. Last night, I was on a celebration of life of the girlfriend that passed away. So Steph, Sue's Pinto. So her two kids gave a celebration of life for their mother. It was on Zoom like this.
Suze?
Oh,
It
you
was
remember?
Suze that passed?
Yeah, she passed
Yes.
away. You
Oh
knew
my
her.
gosh.
She died.
Yes. Oh yeah, I figured that out.
Yeah, Kathy was one of
That's
our
horrible.
Kathy
Yes,
was in this inner circle with us in the beginning when Suze was there.
yes, I
Yeah.
remember. Oh my God, I totally forgot
Oh,
about
and she would yeah, we
I
would
think
chat. We'd
Christina
met on
was
Zoom
too.
before.
Right. What?
I think
Do
you
you remember
remember Suze Pinto.
Susan
Yeah,
Pinto?
That
she
name
was
now sounds familiar.
she was
Oh my
the
goodness.
she did the cellular healing, the
Yeah,
cellular
Yes,
LifeVantage
healing lady.
right.
Oh my
died
gosh. Okay.
November 19. She had
How did she
cancer.
pass?
Well,
I remember that.
her
Her
cancer
cat.
came back. So
She
she
was
has,
in remission for so long.
yes, and then it came back stage 4,
Oh,
and it had spread to her spleen and her lungs.
oh,
Um, in a month,
oh.
she passed away. One chemo treatment, and she died.
Wow, she popped up on something like a week or two ago, and I was thinking I would reach out to her.
And
Wow.
And the thing is, I was going to reach out to her, and I hadn't talked to her in about a week, and I was going to reach out to her, and I told her I was going to go to Maryland and help her with her treatments when she was getting them, and then that never happened.
I
But
remember you were saying that, but you never said who she was.
oh, I didn't. That's right, and I forgot you knew her.
Oh,
Yes. So
yeah.
it was really
Oh, she was
there
such
was
a sweet lady. She believed in me so much.
she loved she
Oh,
was such a good friend to
she
me,
was so
and
kind. Oh
she
man.
was kind. Yeah, she was really nice, and her kids gave such a beautiful. There were 60 people on Zoom,
Wow. Oh, on
60
Zoom.
on Zoom. And it was like an hour and a half, just sharing pictures. People shared about her. I shared some things. And I said, wow, when I pass away and have all these people just like sharing beautiful things, I was like,
Yeah.
what an impact that she made on people's lives. It's just like, yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. So anyway, but all right. So that's not what we're talking about tonight. But thank you. I
No.
forgot all about it. That you knew her,
Oh.
Kathy and Christina. All right, so we're talking about, all right, any other wins, anything else going on you want to share here before we go into the topic of how to create a virtual summit? That's the topic. And next week, we're going to be our last session of the year. I can't believe we made it another year. I know. It's just this was a year, and we're gonna have a great conversation next week because I'm gonna yeah, it's gonna be reflections, wins. What was 2025? What do you want to commit to in 2026? What did you learn from this year? So we're gonna have a great conversation. It's going to be really open conversation next week. So all right, so let's talk about building a summit. Now, any of you haven't built a summit yet, right? And this is why, I mean, I have created summits, I've had summits, and I know this is an area that was given to me that you wanted to talk about it. How many of you want to have your own summit in 2026? Yep, okay, good. All of you. Tanisha, probably you too. And so we're going to go through some steps like, and this is something that I've learned. I thought originally when I had a summit, it was to bring some speakers together and share their topic, have a theme, what is the purpose of the summit? But I didn't really think about a strategy for a summit because having a summit is part of your process. It's part of your marketing strategy in your business. So, some summits work and some summits don't work. All right. You do want to make money from the summits, but you also want to have the right people in the room. You want to have the right speakers in the room. Something that I've learned from another coach is you want to have speakers that have influence. All right, is one of the things. So what I want to talk about is tonight is some of the steps. So who wants to share here? Why do you want to host a summit? Like, what is your reason that you want to host a summit? What's your goal?
I want to host a holistic summit to introduce people to holistic modalities.
Okay. Okay. All right. And why?
Because I feel like people need to really understand mind body. It's not two separate things. It's one, and we don't treat it that way. I feel like holistic practices are really good for like regulating nervous systems, overcoming obstacles. So I just really want to introduce people to like yoga and meditation and holistic eating and, looking at the body as a whole, not just,
Okay.
separate.
Okay, good. All right. Who else wants to share? Why do you want to host a summit? What is your purpose?
I'll go.
Go, Kathy.
I want to host one so that I can grow my following and continue. Yeah, that's basically what I want to do. Is I need to get more people following me instead of going out and chasing people. I want them to come to me.
Okay. So although that is good, however, it's not just to follow you. And I know it's to create an email list, to grow your list and all that. But
Right.
it's also, it establishes you as the authority. So
That too.
okay, so you want to establish yourself as the authority, and that's your role as the host. You are the authority. People coming to you on the summit, you have speakers, they're coming to share their topic. You have a theme, you have an agenda, but you have specific topics that people are going to talk about. One thing that I've learned is that you as the authority, you're the one that creates the topics and finding the speakers for those topics. Like my summits are all about beyond the 9 to 5. I've had different themes every quarter. I decided to do them every quarter, and I will continue to do that in 2026. All right. I've made some changes in the summits moving forward in 2026. For example, I'm charging a small fee to the speakers who are not a member of the inner circle. Anybody in the inner circle, part of your membership is you get an opportunity to speak at my summits. You get to speak at a webinar that I may do, and I wanted to give you that visibility opportunity. So I didn't do that in 2024, and so someone said to me this year, why do you want to do a summit if you don't want to make money? So even though making the money wasn't the number one reason for me, it was really the impact. It was really to establish myself as the authority. Okay. And it supports your brand, it supports your growth in your business. Okay. Christina, what about you? Tanisha, do you have any interest in doing a summit in 2026?
I'm open to that.
Okay. I think it would be a great idea. I think it would be a great idea. In the worksheet that I provided, I gave you some steps on how to create your summits and what are the things to do first, second, third, and so on. Christina, what about you? Is that something
I
that,
do want to do a summit coming soon, and I know the importance of having it in some type of cadence, to where it's on a consistent basis, whether it's once
yes,
per quarter or once every couple of 4 months or however you'd like to do that. But
yeah,
yeah, I need to start so that I can schedule them appropriately and make sure that I follow up. But the reason for me to do the summits, besides getting new faces to know who I am and my product, um, it's actually that's probably the main reason. It's just to get in new people. So have those people who attend also refer and post and
yes,
and
yes.
try to get new clients in.
Yes, exactly. And here's the thing too that I've learned from other people that have had successful summits. There is a strategy to a summit, and the promoting of a summit is very important. Like I have mine on January 31st. And one thing that I've learned, and this is something I want to share to all of you, getting the speakers to provide their information, sometimes you have to ask them multiple times. However, on me, you're laughing, Steph. On me, I'm going to share this. I did not do it enough in advance in terms of creating this summit in January. I'll be honest. It's like, oh my God, it's already December. And I got a summit at the end of January. All right. So I need to get my butt in gear. So it's also on me. All right. So that's the thing. You have to plan in advance when you want to host an event. And I know that we've heard this before. You want to have multiple months, 2 to 3 months. Okay. Well, especially in person, but this is virtual, but I will get it promoted. So I'm waiting for some speakers to give me their information, but it's not just you, Kathy. So I'm not, you're
Sorry.
smiling. It's not you. I've got two other people, or I got two other people, okay, that need to give me their information, but it's okay. I'm still going to promote it. I'm going to find a way. But anyway, so you want to know your audience. So all of you know who is your ideal audience. Those are the people that you want to bring to the summit. Okay. So knowing your audience, but more importantly, the attendees that come to your event, what is that transformation that they'll get? And you, as the authority, you want to make sure, and this is something that I've learned this year, and I'm going to share this with you. I wasn't sharing my talk. I wasn't making an offer on my own business during the summit. And I'm supposed to be the established authority, right? So that's a mistake. So you want to make sure that you, as the authority, are part of the presentation, that you present you present what your offer is, you present what your transformation to the audience are. Because at the end of the day, you're the host, you're the authority. Okay? The attendees will walk away with valuable gifts, valuable information. The speakers, you're giving them an opportunity to be on stage and share their talk, and they can invite people, but they're able to influence. You're giving them a platform. All right? So you're doing them a favor. All right? To the speakers. Okay? Does anybody agree, disagree? Anybody have any thoughts on that? Hold on, I gotta turn off my, I have a heater in my
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
What's the difference between a summit and a master class or a workshop? Like, what's the difference?
Okay, that's a great question. A summit is where you have speakers, multiple speakers, and they're presenting on a topic that is centered around the theme of the summit. A master class is and a workshop. You are the one that's running it. You're teaching, you're training. It's only you.
So
running.
would you be the host of your summit that you're having in January?
You are the host. Yes, you're always the host. You're the host of a summit. You are the host. Okay. But the
Okay.
difference is in a summit is that you have multiple speakers speaking.
Okay.
Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Do
Okay.
do you have to speak or you just run it?
When you're running a summit, is that your question?
Uh-huh. Yes.
You don't have to, but like what I was just saying, it's a good idea because you're sharing the agenda, you're introducing the speakers, like you're running the event, but it is very good for you to share something about your business, something that you have to offer, because you again want them to walk away with knowing who you are, having an offer for them that comes from you. Okay? Because being a host of a summit, you want to make money, you want to make an impact, you want the attendees to walk away with knowing who you are and something about your business. Like, for example, in one of the summits, I presented my business plan, my blueprint. All right. And I shared about that, how to start a business. All right. Now in January, the theme is called Embracing the Unknown. I may talk, I still have to figure it out because I have the speakers all on different topics. And I'm going to pick a topic that is aligned with the theme, and I'm going to present that topic. Okay, as one of the speakers in the summit, even though I'm running it as well. Okay. Make sense, Tanisha? Does it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Does that make sense, what I was just sharing with
For your
Tanisha?
first, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't think I was going to be able to talk because I was in the middle of doing homework with Jason stuff, but I can. Do you for your first summit, are you you don't charge your speakers, right? For your first one, like you should
I
kind of
did.
establish them a little bit first.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
charge. To be honest with you, I didn't charge the speakers this whole year.
Okay.
Okay, I just charged the attendees $47.
Yeah.
Okay. But in 2026, I am going to charge the speakers,
Okay.
and it's going to be part of my process. I have it on the speaker. I'm going to have it on the speaker application. When I have the conversation with them, I'm going to let them know. And for example, this is what I'm doing in 2026. I'm going to charge $150 for the speakers. But if they bring 3 guests, they'll get $50 back.
These not so lovely people.
Okay, so I'm going to give
I
them
like that.
part of their speaking fee if they commit, because what I've learned is that I'm promoting the speakers. I'm doing the social media. I'm doing the flyers, and they weren't promoting it.
I've noticed that with a couple of your speakers that you had. I forget which summit it was. Yeah, I remember that.
I know, and no one is promoting the summit, and I'm doing all the work.
So do you make that a requirement, or is that why you're going to charge them now because you're the one doing most of the work?
I'm making it a requirement. Yeah, I'm making that a requirement that you bring 3 people, but if they bring 3 people, they'll get $50 back. That's what I'm going to start with in 2026. We'll see how it goes. And then I've also seen other people do it free to attendees, but then they pay $47 if they want to upgrade and get the replay and get, other gifts. I've seen that. So you could do it either way. I've charged $47 from the beginning. I feel that I feel that we should be paying. I mean, that's me. Okay. And I've seen other people do the same thing. They're charging $47. Okay. So, but I want the speakers to have some skin in the game. All right. And I think that that's, money talks. All right. And I think that that's important because I create all the flyers. And one of the things I'm going to do in 2026 is I'm going to also help, I'm going to do some social media posts and I'm going to send them to you. All right. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do in 2026. So there's more work that I'm going to be doing, but I want the speakers to do more as well. All right. So you want to know what the purpose is. You want to know who your audience is. Then the next thing is always have, of course, a theme. What's the title of your summit going to be? My model is just always starts with beyond the 9 to 5, and then I focus on a topic. But that's my business, okay? Because my audience are women that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs. They're in a career, like all of you know who my audience are. That's who I want to bring in to the summits, okay? Because you want to know what is the core messaging of your summit. And this is why it's so important. Don't just put together a summit because you want to grow your email list. All right? That's a small piece of it. All right? Does that make sense? Does anybody have any question? Because you want to make sure it supports your brand and the growth of your business. Okay? Kathy, are you good? Any questions?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm home now.
You're
I'm
home.
very
I
good.
know. I see that.
I've been gone since 11, so I'm very good.
Okay, good. All right. Then the next thing you want to do is lining up the speakers. So we just talked a little bit about speakers, but you want to know how many speakers should you have? I always have had 7. Each of them speak for 20 minutes. All right. I create the agenda. I line up, the lineup of the speakers. I bring in, I'm looking at people that can offer value, can bring insights, that they could be industry leader in what I want to talk about. All right. So you want to look at the type of speakers you want to invite to your summit. Okay. And then
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Christine.
For the speakers, with the idea of charging the speakers, because I do agree, if I pay $150, I will be invested to make sure that I get my $50 back, right? I'm just saying
Yes.
in general.
Yes.
So when you do that, how do you do the contract part of things? Like when you offer someone or someone applies for their speaking gig, right? And then
Mhm.
you say, okay, I would like you to be in the summit. Do you send them a contract back and then they sign it or something saying that they'll get $50 with 3 attendees or something like that? Or is that just verbal?
Well, no, no, no. What I'm doing is I'm doing it in the speaker application. So what I'm doing is I create a separate speaker application. Okay. Like for you as a member, I'm not charging you. All right. Okay. So in the speaker application, you notice that Steph, there was nothing about a fee. But what I do is for the people that I'm going to charge that are non-members of the inner circle, it's going to be in the speaker application. They have it right there. And if they say yes, that they're committing to it, and then they send me back the speaker application. If they're not interested in that, then they're not going to be a speaker. Okay? Because I have always had to pay to be a speaker. Any place I've spoken, pretty much I've paid. And like Ladies of Leadership, I haven't paid. We don't pay to speak there. Okay. That's a community. She does that. But other summits, I paid to be a speaker. All right. So, and sometimes there are small amounts. I've actually paid $2,500 to speak.
Wow.
Okay. I know. And yeah. All right. And that's a lot of money. All right. And I've done that. I think I did that 2 years ago. But I also did it this year, right, Steph? We did it at the event that we attended this year.
Yeah, Jesse's competition.
Yeah, the speakers competition.
Oh.
Okay. That was the amount I paid. Okay.
Yeah, I paid a lot too to speak at Desiree and
That's
Nikki
right. You did.
event.
You
And
did.
if I do do something like that, I want to make sure that my speakers are able to gain a client, sell a product, something out of it. I
Right.
think that's very important
It is
for the
important.
investment.
So you do want to give the speakers an opportunity that they can share a gift, like a free gift, okay? That they can offer their contact information. All right. So when you are, as the host, you offer this to the speakers, that opportunity to do so. Now, here's the thing that I've learned too, as a host of my summit and other summits. You don't want to be, and I don't like to use the word competition, but you want to make sure that all the speakers are aligned and that there is no competing, that they all don't all do the same thing, right? So you want to make sure that when you're selecting the speakers, that is the case. So you want to be mindful of that. All right. That's very important because otherwise they're going to share theirs. And then you got another speaker who's sharing similar things and they pretty much do similar things. That doesn't work well. Okay. Does that make sense? So you want to be mindful of the speakers that you bring in. Now, you don't have to have 7, and I've done them half a day. Mine has been 9 to 12:30. I've been sticking to that, okay? But, especially in your first, maybe you want to have less speakers. Maybe you want to do it less hours. Maybe you don't want to do 3.5 hours like I'm doing. Maybe you want to do 2 hours. Really think about what you want to do, what you feel comfortable with, especially when you're trying it out. Okay? Make sense? Okay.
Do you find that Saturdays are a better day? Do you get a better turnout on a weekend?
I've always done them on Saturday because of my audience. My audience are women that are working pretty much. They're working a 9 to 5. So I've selected Saturdays because it seems to be better for their schedule. But I've also seen summits in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really hard it's hard to really determine that. But you could always do a questionnaire,
Poll.
like not a questionnaire, but a poll, right? And find out and say, you're thinking of doing something and give them a choice and see. Because I've seen it both. I've seen Saturdays and I've seen weekdays. You don't want to do an evening because if you're going to do it 3 hours, people are tired. So you don't want to do it 3 hours at night. If you want to do it during the day, during the week, then it's totally up to you. Who's your audience? That's why you want to, knowing your audience is so important. Okay. Steph, that makes sense?
Yeah, my mind is kind of thinking about, so you want to bring in speakers that complement what you do, but not do exactly what you do.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So, like, for example, like Christina, when she spoke, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. She helps women start a business. She helps with the process. I help them with the business plan. I help you to start a business, right? So are we competing? No. She would talk about something else, part of it, and I talked about something else.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Like Christina, remember when and I think another time you spoke about limiting beliefs too. So that was a totally separate topic. But Christina and I, perfect example that we could be competing. But no, our topic, my topic, we're different. Okay? Makes sense.
Hearing.
Yeah,
Someone must be. I'm hearing ho ho ho.
I'm hearing background noise. It's not
it's me.
Oh, Steph. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's me. It's the thousandth Christmas movie I've watched this season in the background.
What are you watching?
Trying to keep the Christmas cheer going.
Oh, I know. What are you watching?
I don't know, a freaking Hallmark movie in the background. It's probably like the thousandth one that I've watched like this season so far to keep trying to keep it going.
Get into the spirit.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
All day long they're on in the background. I'm like, come on, spirit, you got this.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in the Christmas spirit, watching some movies, and they're so corny though. They're just so
I know.
so corny. Okay.
And then they
Unless
make you
it's
feel
Die
like
Hard or
shit
something.
because it makes you feel worse sometimes because you're watching these movies and they're so far fetched, and you're
I know. I'm in the mall. I'm in the mall walking, and I hear the music in the background. This is the most wonderful time of the year, and then I'm saying, no, it's not. It's like, oh, Tina, I need to change my attitude. Because it's like, no, it is supposed to be a wonderful time of the year.
No, it is. I love Christmas. It's just one of those years.
I love Christmas. I'm going to do some baking this weekend, so we'll see.
Good.
Get into the spirit. Let's take a picture first before we finish. So if Tanisha can put her camera on, because I know Christina has to leave at 8 before. I don't know if Tanisha. Oh, okay. There you are with beautiful glasses. Always have these beautiful glasses. All right. On the count of 3, I want you to smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. All right. So the next piece in a summit is, and this is the biggest part, is the promoting. It's the visibility. All right. And this is where ChatGPT is going to help me create my social media posts, create my, my sales page. I'm going to have all the speakers lined up, and their talk title is going to be in the promoting. But this is where using all kinds of promoting, Instagram, Facebook, email, one-on-ones with people, sharing to your friends, different groups in Facebook, reels, lives. Another thing, and this is something that I'm going to do, and this is a great strategy that someone taught me. When I get all the speakers, I'm going to have a speaker call, and we're going to go live, and we're going to talk about the summit. All right, so I'm going to bring all the speakers in, and then I'm going to do another live when we have some attendees. The attendees are going to meet the speakers, so be prepared. So I'm going to do a whole different strategy for the January. So I'm going to schedule a speakers call And I'm actually going to schedule that I'm going to schedule that. I think I'm going to schedule that this week for after the holiday. Okay. I will schedule a speaker's call, but I'll send it to all of you so that you have it on your calendar. Okay. But that's something, again, part of visibility, part of promoting. People need to see what you're doing. And this is why we need so much time because, and Steph, you know, because we've done events together, it's a lot of work. All right. This is the biggest piece is the promoting. And so you want to have a plan. When are you going to create a social media plan, create a marketing strategy plan? Like when are you going to share, like who are you going to share with? Like actually create a plan, a visibility plan, marketing visibility plan of your summit. Okay. Because that is so important. Like I just did the other day, save the date. January 31st, blah, blah, blah. I have 2 people that reached out to me and say, I want details. I said, I'll get you the details. It's in the works. You want to start creating a buzz in advance. Okay. And then the next step in creating a summit is the summit is over. How do I now turn this into, for you as the host, how do I turn this into converting to clients? How do I create momentum? What will I do after the summit is over? Okay. All the speakers are gonna, they're gonna share their gifts. They're gonna share the free gift. People are gonna, you're gonna have a raffle. Someone is gonna win a gift from the speaker. Like every speaker will have a free gift and someone will win it. All right. But I'm talking about after it's over. How are you going to repurpose this summit? And this is something that I'll be honest, I haven't done a great job at. It's over. I follow up with the attendees. They're on my email list. But I followed up with them. I thanked them. I send them all the replay. I send them all the contact information. But then it kind of stops there. But what's the next offer you can send them? What can you send to the people that signed up for your summit? Like, is there any next step, any next thing you can send them? Okay. And here's a good thing. If you have another event coming up after your summit, that would be a next step, a follow-up from the summit that you can share during the summit, that you have your next event is blah, 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 or you can share your next summit is blah, 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 and you can even create the link. And that's something that I'm going to do myself for the January 31st. I'm going to announce the next summit and what the topics or what the theme is going to be. Okay. And get people on a waiting list. Like you can get people on a waiting list. You don't have to have the actual link where people go to register. You can have a waiting list. All right. Any questions? I'm talking too fast. Question? Okay. Was this helpful?
So
Yeah.
It's 1922.
Was it
Yes, it
helpful?
was. It was for me.
Okay. So here's the thing.
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Kathy.
So do you reach out to you people that you have in mind to invite them to be speakers, or do you put a post out asking for people to contact you?
Okay. So
What's the best angle?
I've done both. But because I have a good network of women that I know that could be a speaker and that I've heard them speak, they've been on other summits and I like their topic and it fits with my theme. I've actually reached out to them personally and say, hey, I'm doing a summit. Would you like to be a speaker? I get on a call with them. I let them know about it. If they're interested, yes, no, give them the date, give them the details. Like I've had a couple of speakers say that date doesn't work for me, but I would have loved, keep me in mind for the next one kind of thing. So, but I've done, the other way that I've done is when I've posted it on social media, I've gotten too many people interested in speaking.
Mm-hmm.
that I've been flooded with people. So it was overwhelming when I did that. So now I'm not posting that on social media saying I'm looking for speakers. I pretty much like in my network and I have seen people and I will reach out to them one on one. That's what I've done. Okay. Because I did it the first way and it was just like too many people. You'd be surprised how many people want to be a speaker and speak at your summits. All right. Especially if they speak for free, there's more that want to speak because it's
Yeah.
free. But when there's a little investment, because you want quality. You don't want just anybody to come and speak at your summit. All right. Like at the beginning, I would just like, well, I just want speakers. I'm just doing this because I want to grow my email list and I want to, it's another marketing strategy, but I didn't really have a real strategy. What was the purpose of a summit? Like, why do I want to host a summit? What is the transformation that I want the attendees to get from the summit? And that's where really you want to think about is that transformation. It's the purpose of why you want to do the summit. Okay.
I have another one.
Go ahead.
I have another one.
Go ahead, Kathy.
So if you charge for the summit, how does that work out when you have speakers and you're charging them or you're not charging them? Does the host just keep all of it? Is there ever a split? Is it ever expected? When do they get to, if they buy in, I understand where if they buy in for a fee that they can obviously promote, but if they're speaking for free, do they get to promote their own business?
I've allowed them to promote their own business even for free, and I've even allowed them to share a free gift. Okay, I've done that. All right, and here's the thing: what they get for paying is the marketing materials that you as the host create. Like I create the flyers, I've created the posts. I'm the one that shares it on social media, and then I tag everybody. Okay. And then I send each of the speakers their own individual flyer that I want them to promote it. All right. But some of the speakers haven't done that in the past. I've done all the promoting. All right. So this is why I think it's a good way why to charge because they will promote it. If they want to bring people in the room and they want to expand their own business and their own influence, it would be to their advantage. The more people in the room, the more opportunity for them to could be potential clients.
Right.
Does that make sense, Kathy?
Yeah. So if the host charges, is there any assumption that there's going to be any financial gain for anybody that is a speaker, or is it always just accepted that the host keeps the
Well, the host keeps the money, keeps the revenue, but what the speaker has the ability to do is because they're making offer of their business and they're giving their contact information, they have the opportunity to get a client because they're able to connect with the audience. Okay.
Right.
And they're able to reach out to them. So they could convert them to a client potentially. All right. Like when I've been a speaker and I've shared my business, I've shared my free offer, I've shared an offer that they could pay for my offer. I connect with the people. I have the opportunity to get them as a client potentially. So it is a way for them to get clients potentially too. Okay. But the income,
Right.
the host is the one that keeps the revenue. Now,
Keeps
if
the
you're
income.
splitting the summit with someone else, like let's say you have a partner, you have someone that's co-hosting, then you split the revenue with the co-host.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But usually I've only done summits by myself. I haven't co-hosted. I've co-hosted events like with Steph. We've done events together, like the ones that we've done in New York, in person. All right. Like, the retreat in Connecticut, it's going to be, I'm hosting it with the woman that's hosting the house. She's not even charging for the house, but we're paying for the house. We're paying for all the activities. We're paying. I'm paying.
Right.
And we have the attendees paying. Okay, so there's a budget, there's expenses. When you're doing a virtual summit,
Food.
there aren't a lot of expenses. It's really your time. You're creating all the social media, you're doing the promoting, you're creating that visibility for your summit. So there aren't a lot of expenses virtually, but in person, there's more expenses, right, Steph? Because when we've done that in person, there's more expenses
Mhm.
when you're running an in-person
Right.
event. Okay. But not so
course.
much virtual.
Just time involved.
Yeah, exactly. Does that help?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Thank you.
All right. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. All right. So what I want you to do is think of one action that you want to take for your summit that you want to run, even if you just say, I want to run a summit in March. And you already have an idea, like, what do you want the theme to be? So just start one action on what you want to do. Okay? You don't have to do that this week. I know the holidays are coming, but thinking about next year, about your summit, when do you want to run it? What is the purpose? What's the theme? Like, Steph, you already decided your theme. Kathy, you may know your theme too. Christina says she may do one. Tanisha's thinking of doing one. Okay, like Tanisha, with you helping people write their story, you do a whole summit about how to create your book, and you have different people all around that theme, how to write a book. And
That's
you
a
have
great idea.
Say that again.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, what are the pieces of writing a book? You do a summit, and you have speakers that are all experts in particular pieces. Okay. So that's what I would do, Tanisha, especially with what you are doing. Okay. All right. Any questions about this before we wrap up? One thing I'll leave you with is you're not doing summits to impress people. You're doing it to create an impact, grow your business, create yourself as the authority. You want to level up and establish yourself as the authority. Okay, and it is part of your marketing, part of your business, and to grow your business. All right, and that's why I started doing summits, because it was a way to show myself as the authority and bringing people in and connecting with the speakers and giving them the opportunity to share, to be influencers, and being able, to speak on stage. All right. Awesome. All righty. So I will leave you with this. Happy Tuesday. Have a great week. Steph, I'll see you Thursday. I'll see you, Kathy, on Thursday in our
Thursday.
call. And so next Tuesday, like I said, is our last one for the year. And it's really going to be, I want everybody to be here because I want to celebrate. All right. I want everybody to be here.
We should all wear Santa hats.
What?
We should all wear Santa hats.
So let's come in. All right. So I always tell
I
you.
have my ho 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 shirt. My ho 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 shirt.
Okay,
Ho,
so
ho,
this is what we
ho.
do. So Steph and I are going to an ugly sweater karaoke
Oh, cute.
on Monday night. Those are cute.
I love those.
So I think I should come in with an ugly sweater.
I just pulled my hip, bringing my leg up that high on the couch.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it that high. You're flexible, Steph. I'm not that flexible.
You didn't even think about it. That's the problem. You just did it.
That's funny.
You just did it. All right. Let me turn off the recording. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.